Hello, NEA. Hello, NEA. So good to be home. Thank you, Becky. And congratulations on being elected Vice President for North America and the Caribbean at our Education International World Congress in Buenos Aires. Madam Vice President, EI is truly fortunate to have you on the officers team, helping navigate this moment of multiple crises. In fact, just 2 weeks ago, Becky and I were in Poland, Portland's now, Poland, Warsaw, meeting with EI members from across Europe who are holding the line against a coordinated and determined authoritarian nationalist movement. And we were struck by the common playbook: the demonization of immigrants, the scapegoating of the voiceless, the hollowing out of institutions, and the silencing of critics. Yet we also learned about common threads that, when reinforced with solidarity, anchored in union power, that provides us with unparalleled potential. It is that very potential that collectively we, as Education International, have reached for in some of the darkest moments and found that our ability to do big things grows stronger with each win. For example, our flagship Go Public Fund Education campaign grew out of our determination not to let the 44 million global teacher shortage rob the world's children of their right to an education. And that Go Public campaign is now active in over 50 countries. And in a world of bad news, these results are impressive. Colleagues, in Nepal, after 29 days of nationwide demonstrations, teachers and ESP got a substantial pay rise. Yeah. In Mongolia, salaries were increased, but they also got the government to invest more in school meals for students through the campaign. And in Mexico, your neighbors to the south, they just won a 10% salary increase, supported by the President of Mexico herself. Public investment in education through this campaign has increased in Indonesia, Iraq, Brazil, the UK. And in Uruguay, one of the first countries to engage in the campaign, well, they faced a government who tried to privatize education and crush unions. Does that sound familiar, NEA? Yeah. But today, after a tireless organizing campaign through our Go Public Fund Education, Uruguay has a new president. And guess what? He's a high school teacher and a member of the union, the mighty, mighty union. These victories don't make international headlines, but they make a difference for students and teachers every single day. And none of this is possible without your political and financial support, NEA, because these victories for your colleagues are also your victories. But let me tell you a quick story, okay? Picture 2012 in Chile. At the time, a right-wing oligarch who owned the main airline and media companies, and his right-wing party had placed the country in a straitjacket of austerity. A final piece of their plan was a complete and total privatization of education. Sound familiar, NEA? Right? But our member organizations in Chile began organizing teach-ins and strikes, and they became allies with the massive student movements, and they walked out of every school. Primary, secondary, university. They marched in the streets, or should I say, danced. Because I had just become Deputy General Secretary of Education International, and I led a solidarity delegation to Santiago. That's me with considerably more and darker hair, if you didn't recognize. But it was during that solidarity mission that I became friends with a young organizer named Gabriel. He was fearless, as he and the students came face to face with the military police. Peacefully, eloquently. Within days, the privatization bill had collapsed. Within months, the government was kicked out and a new democratic administration came to power. Together, teachers, students, and unionists made history. Colleagues, just recently I was at the United Nations, I walked into a large illuminated meeting room and I was about to sit down when a voice sort of bellowed at me from the table down at the end. Everyone looked at me and the room went silent. David, compañero, ¿cómo estás? It was Gabriel. He was chairing the meeting. And as he took the seat, he quipped, "Amazing to think about all we accomplished. And look at us now." Colleagues, I'm not embarrassed to say I might have cried a little bit in my response because I said, "Yes, indeed, Presidente, si se puede." For Gabriel was chairing that meeting in his capacity as the President of Chile. Yes, President Gabriel Boric. Colleagues, I tell you that story because we need hopeful stories and learnings in this moment. And I know it's a bit of an understatement to say it's a dark moment. It's a moment where fear and disinformation have been weaponized by authoritarians. A moment when war, intolerance, racism, violence, and total disrespect of human dignity seem to grab every headline. If only there was a profession of dedicated people who could help students and societies make sense of this reality. If only there were a profession that combined the knowledge we have constructed across disciplines and centuries with the ethical values that inform the use of that knowledge. If only there was a profession of dedicated people committed to understanding and supporting human development, well-being, and learning. One that is deeply curious and had research and collaborative problem-solving hardwired into its DNA. If only there were a profession that could bring together local ways of knowing and cultural practices with global understanding and awareness of universal rights. Open-minded and open source. If only there were a profession rooted in every community in the world. Imagine the power if this organized group of dedicated people were active, trusted, and influential members of those very communities. Such a group might be able to actually bridge the possible with the desirable and lead informed debates using facts and information. Of course, the emergence of such a profession onto the current scene would immediately draw the ire of those who directly benefit from the inequality, unconscious consumption, insecurity, fear, ignorance, and mistrust. Such a profession would need to have its own democratic structures and independence to assert its influence and values as it bravely shines its lights into the encroaching darkness and defends the vulnerable. Such a profession would need to count on solidarity at its core, as it would never, ever be able to purchase the influence and tools that would be marshaled against it. Such a profession would require a union of purpose that defends its autonomy and rights in law and in practice. Such a profession would organize locally, nationally, and internationally to inspire and empower. Such an organized, respected, and principled profession might be able to chart a different course, construct a different architecture, and elevate fairness and decency as priorities. As the Hopi elders shared with us in their wisdom, we are the ones we've been waiting for because we braid the knowledge of our profession with the strength of our trade union movement and the convictions of our social justice ideals. We are much more than knowledge workers. We are organized wisdom workers. We speak all languages. We bear witness to all atrocities and accomplishments, and we defend the truth. Collectively, we seek a better, more just bargain for our societies, our schools, and our students. And what happens next? How we build power, navigate complexity, and fend off the democratic assaults can be best posited by beginning with a single but oh so powerful word: we. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Colleagues, the time for strongmen, tech bros, oligarchs, privatizing and profiteering entrepreneurs, fearmongers, nativists, racists, sexists, market fundamentalists, yes, fascists, and narcissists must be brought to a close. Colleagues, we are with the Palestinian teachers who have lost everything and still try to teach while their last schools are being literally destroyed. And we're also with our Israeli members who are on strike protesting their salaries going to the war. But we are also with our members in the bunkers of Ukraine, teaching frightened children as drone strikes level apartment buildings above, just last night. And we are in Iran, demanding freedom for colleagues jailed and tortured for protesting, for simply asking questions of the powerful. Like our colleague and my brother Ismail Abdi, who spent 9 years in jail and is now finally free. We are in war-torn South Sudan, demanding that our members get their salaries after 10 months without pay. We are in Afghanistan, standing with our members who demand the right to education for all girls, and with our female teachers as they are persecuted or forced into hiding. We are with our Turkish members who were jailed for defiantly teaching about gender equality and LGBTQ+ rights. Their entire executive committee was arrested. On this 4th of July, the teachers, activists, and unions from EI stand ready to extend their solidarity with you as you have done with them. But you can hear that directly from them, because for Education International, representing 375 member organizations with more than 33 million teachers and ESP around the world, solidarity is our DNA, and we educate the world.
Solidarity visit to the teachers of Palestine, West Bank, Gaza.
The time is now! Solidarity to all.
For the rights of education workers, you have our solidarity.
This Independence Day, we unite across borders to stand with educators and students in the United States.
الوقوف مع المعلمين والطلبة.
Rock solid solidarity with you in your current struggles.
Que hay que seguir resistiendo, que hay que seguir unidos, que hay que seguir defendiendo los derechos.
From Kyiv, we send you our support.
Toda nuestra fuerza, toda nuestra solidaridad.
We will continue to support your important struggle to defend democracy. Solidarity.
Solidaridad a los compañeros sindicalistas y de centrales de trabajadores de Estados Unidos.
From Ireland, we stand in solidarity with teachers and students who are being unfairly treated in the USA.
In solidarity, we support!
Queremos externar todo o nosso apoio e solidariedade às educadoras e os educadores dos Estados Unidos.
We stand together. You are not alone. The entire international trade union movement has your back.
Desde México les vemos, les apoyamos, estamos con ustedes. La solidaridad sindical no conoce fronteras.
All the support from the teachers here in Lebanon to all the teachers in the USA.
Le CIPROS, avec l'International de l'Éducation, vous dit solidarité, solidarité, solidarité.
From Oslo, Norway, you have our solidarity.
We stand in solidarity and support from all of the Arabic countries and from all of the Arabic unions with our colleagues in USA.
Y estoy convencido que la solidaridad internacional y la lucha de todos y todas va a poder revertir esta situación.
We are in full solidarity with the educators in the US.
You can count on our support. Together we are strong. Solidarity.
Solidarity.
In solidarity with you. I see you. I stand with you.
We're mobilizing and organizing to defend democracy. Solidarité, mes amis.
From Taiwan,
you have our solidarity.
From Taiwan, you have our solidarity.
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 We stand in solidarity with you. All our members have pledged their solidarity with you as you face this dark moment. We know that this is our duty to resist.
Because it is our right to go to school.
NEA, we are not alone. You see a QR code in front of you. Take a picture. There are so many more messages of solidarity to us. And in those messages, not only are they lifting us up and reminding us that together, as educators, as unionists, as humans, we will be there for each other, even as we are going through the hate and the destruction and the march toward authoritarianism of this current administration. We will not stop being in solidarity with others. We will stand up for them right now. We will say solidarity with them right now. Because even as we fight our own battle, we're fighting alongside others with theirs. NEA, I need you to get to your feet. I need you to stand right now. Rebecca, where are you? I need you to take a picture of this. Stand, get on your feet, because we're going to send a message of solidarity right back to our allies around this world. I need you to join with me. Solidarity! 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 From NEA to you around the world, we will stand together in this moment, and we will prevail. Thank you, David. Thank you for leading us in such a moment as this.
May well have